Hi. Today we're going to prepare plain kidney beans. Kidney beans I just love them, absolutely. And I don't eat them enough because they take some time to prepare. So we're going to prepare them, and I'll show you how I prepare them in advance and freeze them and just use them as I need them. So these are red kidney beans, and we're going to do this using the pressure cooker. And it's 4:15, and we'll see what time it takes. And I want to talk about the label on this product. So this is plain old red kidney beans that you get in the store. And here on the nutrition facts, which are also on the website, it says a quarter cup dry beans gives us 9 grams of protein. So I want to write that down. So here for this it's 9 grams per 1/4 cup of dry beans. To figure out how much protein is recommended, you can go to the Physicians Committee on Responsible Medicine.org, and they have a formula there, which is body weight times 0.36. Gives you the number of grams recommended. Number of grams of protein. And you can hear Daisy wants to go for a walk, but I'm going to get this started. So first thing we do is I'll sort the beans and rinse them. I think you've seen me sort before, but this is the way it goes. You just literally eyeball it to make sure there's no stones in there or little animals. If there's little animals, take them outside so they can keep their life going in another area. When I rinse these, if you've seen me before, I will rinse them, but I keep the water. The water is perfectly fine for rinsing dishes or plants. So I have this thing here. And then what I do is I really feel that to be a satisfied vegetarian or vegan, you need to be able to really manage a pressure cooker well. I think that's the secret. And you can see from this water that it's pretty clean. So I'll use that later for something else. Now this is my favorite pressure cooker. I encourage you to buy a good size, the right size pressure cooker for you and your family. Some pressure cookers are like this. For us, this is just fine. And I'm just going to start the heat. I should have measured this, by the way. I happen to know it comes to 2 cups because the label here says that it's 16 ounces. So this is 16 ounces, and here it says 16. Ounces is 2 cups. So I happen to know that we have 2 cups of lentils in there. I just turned the stove on, and it's 4:21. Turned it on about 4:21. And I'm just going to cover it. There's only about 2 or 3 legumes that you really don't need to pressure cook. Otherwise, these can take hours to cook. And in a pressure cooker, you'll find in 1 hour, it'll be really nicely done. And before the pressure gets going, you see how easy this is? It moves back and forth. That means there's no pressure in there. pressure cookers can be very dangerous, so you really need to pay attention. It's not something it's not like a slow cooker, you turn it on and leave, because there's no escape. It gets pressurized and it will burn the bottom, and I've had that happen. If for some reason it is under pressure and you are able to get this loose, it can really blow off and do some damage. It can, like any cooking, it can hurt. You can get burns or whatnot. So it's not kid stuff. It's not kids' play. That's why it's good to learn about it seriously. Now, because when it does get pressurized, it sends a steam out here. I have this that I already had. It was a salad bowl or something. I like to keep it like that so it doesn't just spray anywhere. I tend to keep that around, but it doesn't come with it, and it's not necessary. So it's 4:24. I'm going to let this get hot and get under pressure and let it cook. I won't do anything else. If I want hot, put that on, and I'll turn off the tape for now. Okay, so it's 5:04, and I'm going to turn the heat off. You see it steamed up everything. And we'll give it a try. We'll see if these beans are cooked enough. And as you get used to doing this, you'll find you'll know exactly how much water to put in and how much time to leave it on. And the more time you have, the lower the temperature so it doesn't steam up. But it doesn't matter. You're making some really great stuff for several meals. Not just one meal, but several, because we're going to freeze some of these. 5:05. I want to... there's no way I can touch this. It's really under high pressure. And even if I were to try and let some of it out, so you see how dangerous it is. That is scalding steam, so that's why you have to be careful. So this is just the room temperature of the water I used, and I'm just going to cool it down a little bit. I would not run clean new water for this, simply because it's just not necessary. Even if this water were soapy, I would put it in there. We're just trying to get some temperature improvement. Now this will have to cool for at least 10 minutes, but I'll leave it there. 5:11. Let's see how much steam there is left in here. Oh, there you go. All cooled down. Okay, so let's see if it's done enough. If it's not, we'll put it back on. We'll check the amount of water, because it needs to have enough water. Whoa. So if you recall, the water was all the way up here. This looks beautiful. And this is wonderful. Look, it's all breaking up without even my having to press it down. So, that is great, isn't it? That's exactly what you want. For even mushier, of course, leave it on longer. It's kind of hot. My fingers are clean. But for this purpose, it's perfect. So, it's 5:12. 5:13, and this is clearly done enough. So if you can master this, which it took me years to do for some reason, I just couldn't get it, I was also very scared of that thing. I had burned some, and so I got scared. But we can split this up in these sandwich bags, and we'll freeze them. And now if you come home at 11 at night and you're starving and you don't have any cans around, you add it with a sauce that you like, which is, either some fried onions and tomatoes and various things. You know what I've done at times too, when I'm starving and I don't have stuff ready? I have this on white rice with just plain soy sauce and some red chilies. And it's delicious. And as far as protein is concerned, you aren't left wanting. So here I'm going to... Okay, it's 5:15, so exactly an hour since we started. And we now have a good pot of a lot of cooked red kidney beans. And so we can either cook some of these for dinner tonight, or we can, and we will, put some of it away. So if you're extremely busy, you can heat these up in the microwave with some white rice, soy sauce, and you're ready to go. Now remember, we didn't even add anything to it. So there's no salt. It needs salt, it needs a lot of things. But as far as the beans and the proteins is concerned, you have everything we need here. The fiber, the various antioxidants. And these, of course, you make depending on the size of servings that you want. So if you make a large pack and you're only going to use a little, then you have to defrost it and freeze it again. I tend to make these the exact size of what I would use at a meal. As far as your carbon footprint and what you've used, we'll check to see what packaging this came in, what additives. We already know there's no additives. It's just red beans. Period. End of story. There you go. It's done. It came in a little cellophane bag. So that's the extent of your trash. You have no cans, no additives that was put in the cans. That's the other reason for using this. There's no additives. Now the protein question, we can calculate it. It says 9 grams per quarter cup, okay, of protein. This was 16 ounces. 16 ounces. 16 ounces is 2 cups. So that means we had 8 quarter cups in here. 8 times 9 is 72. So there's about 72 grams of protein and all kinds of other things right here. Now we have these 72 divided up. They're not exactly equal, but roughly. So if I can just recap, it's 521. I'm going to say 525. So that's an hour and 10 minutes. For me, it would be 4 meals that will be frozen that I can bring out at any time. The only thing that's in there are these red kidney beans. There's no salt, there's no additives, there's no antibiotics, there's no nothing. Just what's in those beans is there. And they'll go into the freezer. I don't have any cans to recycle. The only thing to throw out is this thing. And when I am ready to eat one of these, I just bring it out. I can either microwave it or thaw it on the stovetop as I prepare some onions, garlic, ginger, some kind of sauce to go in with them. Or I can put them in with a soup mix, which is what I do. I do all of them. So I just wanted to recap that. In an hour and 10 minutes, we have 4 potential meals there. Thank you.